Hi, today we're going to be talking about netiquette, which we talked about a little bit yesterday, is how you behave online. Um, but today we're going to be talking about video conferencing etiquette. So this is how you would behave when you are doing a video conferencing, and also I'll cover a little bit on how to behave when you are doing a video recording. Some tips and tricks to help you there. All right, so let's get started. Like I said yesterday, we learned about netiquette and how to communicate online with text and through chat and email. And today we're going to learn how to behave on video because all of your classes have a video function available to them. So we want to be able to see you and experience you doing the right things online, just like you would be doing the right things if you were in the classroom. So on the next slide, we're going to watch a video of examples of how you shouldn't act in a video conference. And then we're going to discuss some behaviors. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, while the video is playing on this slide, I'm going to ask you to type in chat any wrong behaviors you see the teachers doing, because the teachers were the students in this video. So let's get started. Hi class, how are y'all doing today? This is our daily check-in. This is our daily check-in. Hello? Class, can I have your attention please? Are we ready to get started? Alright, so today we're in CTLS and I want you to look at your assignments over on the left-hand side. We're going to be reviewing what we did yesterday first. Miss Bellick, can you please get that out of your nose? Miss Summer, you need to be on screen. You need to be on screen. We need to see you. Miss Hurst, can you please put your dog down? I think my computer froze. Can you put your dog down, please? It's not doggy time. It's not show and tell. I need you to... Okay, class, we need to pay attention. We need to pay attention. Miss Summer, that's a cool screen, but can we just focus right now? Thank you. All right, thank you, Ms. Hurst. All right, so today I need you to check on your assignments over on the left-hand side. We're going to be going over what we did yesterday in class, and we're going to be reviewing. Can somebody tell me what we did yesterday? Can somebody tell me what we did yesterday?
Squirrels?
No, I don't remember talking about squirrels.
You did the worksheet on the computer thing? It stole like stuff from my bird feeder. It kept on stealing all the stuff.
Okay, but we're not talking about squirrels right now. Thank you. All right, Ms. Plunkett, what did you say that we did?
Didn't we worksheets on the computer thing?
We did do
Where we
some.
filled out what answers in?
We did do some review on that. Yes. Ms. Hurst, can you remember what we did?
We did a worksheet. That's what I said.
Can you elaborate?
You said that we did it. So,
Okay, I enjoy the chat that's going on, but can we keep it on topic? We need to make sure that what happens in chat during class is on topic.
Let's sell your little girl so cute.
thank you. She's learning to...
Okay, so as you saw in that video, there were a lot of inappropriate things going on. So I hope in your classroom chat you were able to catch a few of them as they happened. And then what I'd like for you to do right now is you're going to use the discussion board in CTLS, and you are going to talk about some of them with your class. So using the discussion board, what were some of the bad behaviors that you watched in the video? I'm going to ask your teacher to pause the video right now so that you can discuss. Welcome back. So now we're going to watch another video, and I want you to think about, as you're watching this video, some of the good behaviors that you see the teachers doing in this video conference. Hi class, how are you doing today? I just put a little checkup on the in the chat, so please feel free to go in. Class is starting, and I did enjoy reading some of your comments before, but now we're going to focus on class. So I would like to know how everyone is feeling today. Can you give me a emoji telling me how you're feeling? I'm so excited about today. We're going to be learning about etiquette and how to behave online. Now, I'm going to pause this video here because I just want to point a couple of things out. First of all, I did not know at the time that as of right now, we cannot put emojis over here unless you do it with the colon and the parentheses and stuff like that, or the D and things like that, which I'll explain in a few minutes. But if you notice up here, Miss Plunkett, she had on her screen, you can actually click on the 3 dots and you can put how you're feeling sticker there. So you can do it right here on your screen and your teacher can view it. So instead of saying on chat, I should have said, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down over here as to how you're feeling. So that is one thing that you can do. Our software does use Zoom. So CTLS does use Zoom. So yours would be very similar to that. Put yourself out there for others to see, whether it's a video chat or like we learned yesterday in our actual text chats or in an email to a teacher. So remember what you put out there, that's going to be out there for everybody to see, at least in our class. So we want to make sure that we're doing the right things. You don't know how to do an emoji. So most of you may know that you can do like a colon and a parentheses to do a smile, or you can do a colon and a capital D to do a big smile, things like that. Some software has it built into the thing to let you do that, and I enjoy seeing Miss Summers, the tongue sticking out with the P. That's cool. But I am glad to be seeing a lot of happy faces and smiling faces. So that is great. I'm glad everybody is having a great day today. All right, so we're going to get started with our lesson. Does anybody have any questions about yesterday before we get started? I see a lot of shaking heads, and I appreciate you having your microphones muted. Thank you. Okay, so what were some of the things that you noticed and you chatted about of positive behaviors or good behaviors that you saw in that video? So think about that, because on our next, let me go to the next one. On our next one, we want you to discuss again on the discussion board what were some of the issues and positive behaviors you watched on the video. So what were some of those positive things you saw? Put it into the discussion board, and this would be the time for the teacher to pause the video so that you can get started. Okay, so now we're going to talk about expectations and some kind of rules that we're going to set up as a class, and we're going to develop these as we go along. But what are some things that we might want to have in this class as expectations and rules that would make sure everyone is actively participating in our video meetings? So this is a time for your class to brainstorm what rules and expectations you and your peers would have for video etiquette. You may use the discussion board or the chat, whichever the teacher tells you to use. I'm sure you guys came up with some great examples and expectations for you to use in your classroom. I'm going to go over a couple of the common ones that we have here at Autry. So here's an expectation. Chat. When the class is in session on a video, please use the chat area to ask questions. Please feel free to answer any questions that you know the answer to. So if your one friend asks a question in chat and the teacher's busy talking, but you know the answer, it's okay to reply to it. Hey, she said that you can find it on her blog, or you can find it in our work in progress folder, or things like that. So make sure that you you answer your peers' questions. Stay on topic in class. This is not for talking to your friends. So before class gets started, if you're in there early a few minutes, that would be okay and acceptable to talk to your friends then. But once the teacher starts the class, then any topics that happens in chat needs to be focused on the class itself. So don't fill up the chat area with, hey, how you doing, once class has gotten started. Because if somebody has to scroll back to see what somebody said, then it's going to cause a distraction, and it's also going to take a long time if they're having to go through all of these conversational chats that you would have. Mute. This is a big expectation. You need to have your microphone muted when you are not speaking. Typically, when you enter into the chat area, into the video conferencing area, it will automatically mute your microphone. But when you are not talking, we are expecting it to be muted. Why? Because when you leave your microphone on and there's noises going on in the background, it distracts the other people that are listening, and sometimes they can't even hear the teacher because of a dog barking or a sibling coming in and running into the room or your mom saying something. So if your microphone is muted, then nobody's going to hear those background noises. Sound. This is a big one because we want to make sure that you can hear what's going on. We do not recommend, we do not require headphones, but they are recommended. So if you have a pair of headphones that you can plug into the laptop or computer, or if you need to have speakers plugged in, and then you need to make sure that they are turned on during class time so that you can hear what's going on. Now, if there's two siblings working in the same room together with different laptops and different classes, that's when we would think that maybe you should get some headphones or something like that to listen to through, because we don't want you getting confused and mixed up with another video session that's going on at the same time. Speaking. Our expectation is for you to speak clearly when it's your turn to talk. Make sure to unmute your microphone before you begin talking, but don't forget to hit that mute button again when you're done. But speak slowly and clearly so that people can understand exactly what you're saying. And you don't need to get too close to the microphone. Conduct. This is another big one. Even though this is virtual learning, you still need to follow the Autry Student Code of Conduct for class behavior. The student handbook is in your agenda for you to review, but it is still a class, it is still a learning environment, and we still expect you to follow all the rules. Distractions. You need to remove all distractions from your work area. This may include your cell phone, your pets, your siblings, TV, or music. Now remember that first video that we watched? We had a child sitting there. We had somebody playing, Miss Bellick, I think it was, playing with a pencil up her nose. And we had somebody else on their cell phone. And we had Miss Hurst had her dog in her lap and stuff like that. All those things can be distractions. We want you to be active participants and actively listening and watching. So we need to make sure that you move all of those things out of your area. Now here's one thing that's very important. Where you sit to work is also very important. So you need to make sure that the laptop is sitting on a flat surface and nothing around it that's going to distract you. And don't have any food or drinks around it because we don't want that to spill on laptops. But you need to make sure that those laptops are sitting on a flat surface and it's like a work area around you. Okay? Active participation. I kind of hinted at this one a few minutes ago, but here's what active participation is. When the video is going on in your lessons, we want to see live video from you. We don't want to see your initials or we don't want to see a picture. We want to see you and what you're doing in the class. We also want to see you paying attention. So you're nodding when the teacher is talking and you're listening to what they're saying, and you might be taking some notes. But you are also involved in the conversation both vocally and in chat. So we want you paying attention to what's going on in your lessons so that you do good work and get good grades and learn great things. Another expectation is your background. And I'm not talking your computer background. I'm talking about what's going on behind you. Remember, this is a video camera that's picking up what is going on. It's picking up you and what's going on behind you. So people can see you and your surroundings. So make sure what is happening in the background is school appropriate. Now, I did mention earlier that we're going to talk a little bit about video recordings. So sometimes you may be asked by your teacher to do a video recording for your class. It might be a brief 1 or 2 minute thing. So in addition to the steps above for video conferencing, you'll also want to remember this. To write a script or at least a bullet point list to keep you on topic. To speak clearly and stay on topic. We want to hear about you and all about you, but we don't need to hear 5 minutes about your dog that just walked into the room and just came in from outside and is learning this new trick and stuff like that. If the topic is that we want to learn about you, we can hear about and learn about you, and you may mention that you have a dog, but that we don't need to hear 5 minutes about your dog. So you want to stay on topic. We want you to speak clearly, and again, stay on topic. It's very important. Make sure your camera is focused and on you or the subject that you're recording. Make sure it is school appropriate. So make sure, your dress is school appropriate or your clothing is school appropriate. Make sure that your behavior is school appropriate. So we want to make sure you do a good grade. And then you'll follow any rubric guides that your teacher gives you for any grading with a video. So now is your time to show what you know. So you're going to go to a flip grid that your teacher has set up and linked for you in your resources. And you're going to record a 1 to 2 minute video introducing yourself to the class. Remember to show what you know and learn about video etiquette. Make sure you're the center of the screen. Make sure you speak clearly. Make sure you stay on topic. And if you need to, you can write a script or write out some bullet notes. Have a great day, Autry, and enjoy some virtual learning.